Okay, good morning, Iris. How are you doing today? Good morning. Louder. Good morning, online. Hi, good morning, Gopi, Priya. Please come. Hi, Jeevan, Sandeep. Okay, so hope everyone are doing good. And thank you very much for taking time and joining my sessions. A heartily and warm welcome to my AWS classes. So just to know, anyone new today? Okay, a few people. So we started this class yesterday only. Okay. And then those who are new today, please remember, we were just talking about the basics. We haven't entered into the AWS yet. So we started yesterday. And what we have discussed yesterday, I'll recap it today also. And then if you don't worry, you will get the recording links of yesterday, 1 hour class. Okay. So just go through it. That should be fine. And those who are new, so my name is Riaz. So having 17 years of experience and AWS certified, I'll be your trainer. Okay. All right. So my old and beautiful, handsome students, what was that? Okay. So you can just copy those two recordings. The first day one was just introduction about myself. Day two was we discuss about the very basic client and server. Should we have a quick shootout round on what we have discussed yesterday? Ready? Should we test? Huh? Okay, na? Online, ready? Okay. So what is a client? Which requests a resource? And what is a server? Which respond to that resource, right? Very good. And this client and server, they both should be in the network or not? Yes. And then in the network, we call it as what? Devices. We call it as devices. Fantastic. And louder. And how many types of client server architectures are there? 3 types. Fantastic. What are those? 1 tier, 2 tier, 3 tier. Very good. Which one is dead? 1 tier. How many layers are there in 1 tier? Only 1 layer. Are we going to use 1 tier architecture? No. And what is the next one? 2 tier architecture. In 2 tier architecture, how many layers are there? What are those? Client layer, server layer. So if you take the server layer, if you take the server, what do we have in the bottom? Hardware. What do we have in the bottom? Hardware. On top of it, what we have? Operating system. On top of it, what we have? Applications and then database. Nana, is it recommended to keep application database in the same machine? What will happen if you get it? You have a performance issue, and that meaning fight will happen. Which one? Fight will happen. So it is similar like keeping Tom and Jerry in the same room. Is it good to keep Tom and Jerry in the same room? No. Okay. So, and is it recommended to have this 2 tier architecture in production environment? No. So do you know what is production environment? Do you know what is production environment? Yes. So that meaning the environment which is directly accessing by the customer or client, we call it as production environment. Now, what are the different types of environment that we have learned? Development environment, test environment, pre-prod environment, and then prod environment. And this 2 tier architecture is secure? It's not secure. So do we need to really worry about the client layer? No. Very good. And then we have 3 tier architecture. In 3 tier architecture, how many layers are there? 3 layers. What are those? Client layer, application layer, database layer. What is application server? The server where application is hosted is called the application server. What is database server? Where the database hosted or where the data is stored is called database server. Okay, so this application server and database server, they both should be in the network in order to talk to each other, correct? Now tell me, two devices in the network will communicate with each other with what? Oh, what is that? IP address and then host name. Chiti, what is IP address? It's a super, yeah. So unique identification for a device in the network. So, and what is host name? Name of the server. Okay. So, do you recommend to keep this application server in public network or private network? Private network. If you keep it in the private network, clients can communicate directly to the application server? No. So then how do you do this? What is that? Web server. Chiti, what is web server? Which takes the request and then redirect to the application server. And sorry, do you do you recommend this 3-tier architecture for the production environment or not? Definitely yes. So what should I say? Tell me now, honestly, injected or not? Have you done any revision? No. So, but still you have the concepts in the brain, right? So guys, no, what I'm, so why I'm saying this is just to motivate you. Okay. This client server architecture, this client server details after 60 days, once we complete the course also, at that time also, if I ask the same question, you will be answering the same things. Okay. So don't worry. We are here to learn and then just concentrate, and what we are learning this 1.5 hours, that should be fine. Everything is will be. So after end of the course, you will say that AWS is Jujubi, sir. Ante, sir, it is that's it. AWS is that's it only, right? So just mark my words. You will say this. Okay. Very good. What tell about, sir? Tell about OSR. What was that? Joke or okay. Okay. So sorry. Okay. So you want that joke, huh? So I thought to say this in our last class, but okay. So whatever the things that I say, you have to take it lightly, okay, na? Then only that we can enjoy the classes, okay? So don't say that manobhavalu, huh? Right? So what is happening here? Okay, so all right. Now hold on. So I'm sharing the screen. 1 second. If you don't mind, can you please close the door, please? Close the door, please. Okay, Chiti, can you please confirm? Can you see my screen and can you hear me well? Okay, so I said yesterday that was a joke, right? So people, I think some people might have not slept night, right? What was that joke? Sir told us, Sir didn't told what was the joke. So Nana, so OS meaning, so when I was in college days, I'm also a backbencher, right? Because I really like to be in backbench because you can concentrate more in the class. Because whatever the sir is telling, basically you can't hear properly. So you'll put 100% concentration. That's the reason why I purposely sit in the backbench. And by the way, we are also toppers in the college. Okay, backbenchers. Okay, so me and my friends, we are sitting in the bench. Everyone are coming inside it. Those who are in starting this. All my friends said, Mama, OS is coming, OS is coming, OS is coming. I was confused. OS, how come? What OS, Mama? It is Linux OS, Windows OS. Why you're saying OS is coming? Done. And he said, did you saw OS? Right? So I said, like, I didn't say, Mama, see, there she is sitting. Shia. Mama, why you are saying she? Nah, Mama, that is, she is OS in the first bench. And you know what? And I asked, why you are calling OS? And he said, Mama, OS meaning Ontari Sunita. So that is a shortcut of her, right? So since then we used to call her OS in our college itself, right? So, okay. So that was a small rotten joke. But the thing is, that was the real, whatever that we discuss in our entire course, all are real things only. Okay. And I don't mind if you laugh also online, huh? Put smiley symbols, good for the health. Okay. Fantastic. All right. So I think now someone who is asking for the joke, they are now relaxed. Amma, I heard the joke today. Huh? Okay. So fine. So let's jump on to the today's topic today. So I started saying this yesterday. Have you really thought? So what do? You open your laptop and you click on the browser. And what are you typing? Anything you type. But for now, just type google.com. Which one? Whenever you hit to google.com, have you ever thought, Nana, what was happening in the backend? Have you ever thought what was happening in the backend? Tell me yes or no. Honestly, yes or no? No. So what we know is whenever you type google.com, by the time it doesn't come within fraction of second, you'll say that is low, this is low, Google is not coming, this is not coming, right? Array, what is this? Google is not coming, right? You'll keep on refreshing it. So are you so when something is not working, if you keep on refreshing, will this work? It doesn't work. But you are a technical guys, right? So you need to know why the page is not coming. Why the page is not coming and what is the logic behind it? Where is the request going? Who is not giving the response for us? You have to know all these things. Without all these things, later point of view, once you join some companies, you are the person who will be hosting the application. You are the person who is managing the application and your customer will be accessing your application. And your application is not working there and he's saying ringa ringa roses like a loading. He'll also say that mummy, this mummy, that daddy, he starts scolding everyone. Yes or no? So we should know what is happening in the backend. So that is our today's journey. Let's start. Ready? Ready? Okay. So let's move on. So let's take, for example, I'm taking a laptop here. This is the laptop. Tell me one name. I'll use your name. Huh? Eh? Sunil. Who is Sunil? What? Here is coming Sunil. You have okay. Okay, no problem. So we'll take Sunil. So this is Sunil's laptop. Sunil's laptop. Okay. So what Sunil did was, when no one is at home, right? Why you are laughing? So, okay, come please sit. Chudu Hari, seats. Chairs unnaya? Okay. Settle down. All right. So here we have our friend here, Sunil. So what I was saying is, when no one is at home, what he do? He open the laptop. He click on the browser. So he's typing google.com. What is that? Google.com. He's typing google.com. So he opened the browser and he type google.com. Listen this carefully. Google.com. So google.com, he's typing where in the browser. Where he's typing? So Sunil has his laptop in front and he opened the browser and he typed google.com and then he's waiting. And then just imagine browser has now mouth to talk. And he'll say, Are oh Sunil? Are who? I am your browser. Look here. What happened? So you have given me google.com. Give me the IP address of google.com. How do I work? IP address. Till now I used to give only google.com. Why I want to give IP address? And browser is saying, Babu Sunil and everyone, I need two things from you. I need how many things? Two things from you. One is domain name and another one is IP address. What is that? Domain name and IP address, or host name and then IP address. So browser require two things. What are those? Browser require two things. What are those, Nana? Host name. What is that? Host name, or you can call it as domain name. And what is another one? IP address. Again. So browser require two things. What are those? Host name and then louder. Browser require two things. What are those? Host name and then IP address. Online, you also have to put in the chat. So host name and then IP address. So what is this guy is providing? Host name, no? Our good domain name or host name both are same. So our Sunil is providing google.com. Google.com is a host name only. Can we call google.com is a domain name also? Yes. Browser is asking, Are Babu, you are giving google.com, that is host name, that is fine. Give me the IP address, so then only I can work. Give me the IP address, then only I can work. And Sunil saying, how do I know the IP address? I don't know the IP address. Okay, let me ask you one question. Can you tell me few website names? Be careful and tell, not your regular website. Tell me. Amazon.com, Google.com, Amazon.com, Alibaba, Netflix, YouTube, Flipkart, Flipkart, ClickBuzz, Telugu Movie Rules.com. So whatever the website that you're telling, you are using daily. Okay, so see, Naresh IT. See, remember Vikram. He's giving nareshit.com. Very good. No, Jyotika also. Very good. Okay, so I was asking the same question for every batch. Are Babu, tell me few website names, website names. You know, they were saying like this, and all of a sudden they kept quiet. And one girl, she said, Sir, I'll tell you one website name. Yarma, tell me. And she said, SBI.com. Since then, everyone started, Sir, HDFC.com, Sir, IDBI.com, AxisBank.com, right? Everybank.com. So now, so guys, if I ask you few questions, if I give you, let's say 5 minutes of time to list down all the websites, so you will be listing so many, no? You'll be listing so many. But if I ask you, do you give me one IP address of the website? Is it possible for you to give the IP address of the website? No. Nana, who cares, first of all? Do we need to really care? Do I need to remember the Google IP address? If I want to access Google, do I need to remember the IP address of Google? No. If I want to access Flipkart or Facebook.com, do I need to remember the IP address? No. But browser requires the IP address. He's expecting IP address from you. Is it possible for us to remember the IP address? Answer is yes or no? No. For this reason, there is a guy in the network who remembers these IP addresses, especially for you. Because mandatorily we need to give IP address to the browser. So we need to provide the IP address to the browser. And who is the guy who will be providing the IP address in the browser in the network? He is DNS. What is it, Nana? DNS. What's the full form of DNS? Domain name server. This guy name is DNS. Very good. So, Nana, what is DNS? DNS is a server. DNS is a server. What does it keep? It keeps the track of host name or IP address. It keeps track of host name and then IP address. Less like your telephone directory. You have a name and then phone number, no? Is it possible for us to remember the phone numbers of any person? No. Right? If you go to the telephone directory, if you go to your phone book, so you will have name and then phone number. Similarly, DNS contains the information about the host name and then IP address. So if you give google.com, DNS will give IP address of google.com. If you give facebook.com, DNS will give the IP address of facebook.com. If you give IP address of facebook.com, it will give facebook.com. Reverse, ulta also. If you give IP, he'll give the host name. If you give the host name, he'll give the IP. Reverse. So what is DNS? If someone asks you what is DNS, can we say it keeps track of all host names and IP address? No, simple. Keep it simple. What is DNS? Tell me. Chidi, what is DNS? It keeps tracks of host names and then IP address. One more time. Tell me. It keeps tracks of host names and then IP address. So can we also say DNS will convert IP to host name to IP? Can we say that? Yes. Write down that also. So DNS will convert IP to host name and host name to IP. Very nice. Nana, is it clear slowly? Aram se? Okay, getting it? Okay. See here now. So Sunil, what Sunil did was Sunil typed google.com in the browser. And who is the guy who will be giving the IP address of google.com? DNS. So does the browser will ask Sunila? Browser will ask DNS. DNS. So now the journey will begin. So firstly, browser will ask in our laptops, guys, in our laptops, we have something called local DNS. What is it, Nana? Local DNS. So first our browser will check every laptop. You see my laptop here? So every laptop has a DNS inside it. Every laptop, your phone, whatever you access, first it will talk to whom first? DNS. Whatever you access, whatever you touch, whatever you do, first it will go and talk to DNS. So where is our first DNS? In our laptop only. That is why we call it as local DNS. What we call? Local DNS. So if you ask me, sir, where is that exactly that local DNS? Nana, somewhere in your C drive, program X, system 32, drivers, there is a file called etc slash host file. What is that, Nana? Slash etc slash host. So there is an interview question like this. Where is your local DNS present in your laptop? Which directory? Slash etc slash host. That is the directory. That is a file that is called the local DNS. Okay, so no, you can write later. So first listen. You can take a screenshot also later. See. So now we have a local DNS. Local DNS, that meaning first browser will ask, "Are oh local DNS? Are oh local DNS? Can you give me the IP address of Google?" Local DNS will check Google IP address. But if the local DNS has IP address, it will give. Correct or not? Right? If the local DNS has IP, he will give. No issues. But Nana, what if local DNS doesn't have IP address? If the local DNS has IP address, you will get Google page immediately. What if the local DNS doesn't have the IP address? Then it will ask the brother of local DNS. So who is the next level of local DNS? So after that, local DNS will ask for another server called root name server. What is that? Louder. Which one? Root name server. In shortcut, RNS. What is that? RNS. Root name server. So now the request will go to root name server. From local DNS, it will go to root name server. Root name server. So this local DNS will ask, guys, list this local DNS will ask, "Are oh root name server, can you please give me the Google's IP address?" Sunil is asking. So root name server is a big guy. Root name server will do, you know what the root name server will do? Root name server will do, okay, what he will look down and see what customer is accessing. What is he's requesting? What customer is requesting? Tell me, what is the customer requesting for? Google.com. Which one? Can you see the last one? What is the last part? .com. Do you have only .com? We have so many, no? Tell me few things like this. .in, .org. There are so many like this, correct? So root name server will check, oh, request is going to .com, .in, .org. First, the root name server will identify the extension of the domain name. What is the extension of the domain name? .com. Getting it? So the main job of this is identify from where it is, where it want to go. Identify whether it is coming from .com, .in, .org, etc. like this. Got it, Nana? Okay, now, now root name server has identified. Tell me, what is the extension now? .com. What is the extension? .com. So root name server got an information that, oh, the customer is requesting for .com. Now tell me, root name server should send to .com, .in, .org, something. He has to send to .com. So Nana, all these .com, .org, .does, all these things, we call it as top level domains. What do we call? Top level domain we call. If someone asks suddenly, what is .com? What do you say? It is a top level domain. What do we call? Top level domain. Top level domain. So what is the top level domain that we are talking about? .com. Now, based on your request, can the RNS can also send it to .in? Yes or no? Yes, it's just like a traffic constable where it will just redirect to appropriate top level domains. Super. This is .in. This is .org. Nana, is this clear till here? Slowly. Now you tell me, see here. See me. So browser require two things. What are those? Host name and then IP address. What are we providing to the browser? Host name. Is it possible for us to remember the IP address? No. Who is the guy who will be remembering in the network? DNS. What is DNS? Domain name server. What is domain name server? It keep tracks of all host name and then IP address. In other words, it will convert IP to host name to IP address. Okay. Now the browser will talk to whom first? Local DNS. The request will go to local DNS. Where is the path of the local DNS? /etc/host file. So if the local DNS doesn't have the IP address, to whom he will talk? RNS, root name server. What does the root name server will do? It will identify where it is coming to, right? Where it is coming. It is for .com, .org, .edu, like this. Now root name server, from there, the request will go to where? Top level domain. What is the top level domain that we are talking about? .com. What is that? .com. You understand till here? Okay. Now, to which top level domain that we are talking? .com. Because we are requesting for google.com. That's why the request went to .com. If you're requesting for Flipkart, let's say you're requesting for google.in, will it go to .com or .in? .in. So now, let me tell you one small thing here. In our childhood, at least in my childhood, I don't know about you. In your hometowns, do you have theaters? You have theaters, no? I'm not talking about now current theaters, old theaters. On old theaters, do you have any seat numbers? No seat numbers. First come, first serve. First come, whoever go inside, they can choose his seat. Yes or no? You were there at the time. Okay, then we are in the same age. Huh? Okay, good. So now, okay, just remember, I still remember in very olden days. If you want to go to movie, we don't have online booking system. These online things came just few years back only, right? So now we go to it and we need to stand in the line. Yes or no? We need to stand. So you went early morning and you are staying in front of the booking counter thinking that you are the first person who want to take the ticket. Because our nasty friends is also there, no? Arey mama, take 2 tickets, take 3. But the counter guy will give only 1 ticket. By the time you put the hand inside, You know how many hands will come at that time? Niche se, upar se, idhar se, udhar se. So many hands will come, thinking you are the first, but you are not the first. Ek upar se aayega, niche se aayega, side se aayega, right? So now, tell me, we have this kind of nasty friends like this. Not nasty friends, very naughty friends. What they do is, let's say we are 10 people. 5 people will go inside, or 7, 8 people will go inside, or 9 people will go inside. There will be one friend. What will say that, Mama, you go inside, I'll come after the title cards. Do we have this kind of persons or not? They don't want to come firstly. They want to come in the middle, or they want to come in the little bit late. We have this kind of friends. Now, now tell me, you are all went inside. Everyone is watching the movie. And this friend will open the door. And the lighting will come inside. Yes or no? Now, that guy, guys, that guy need to identify you. Your friend is staying in the door. And you are sitting inside. There is no seat numbers. There is nothing. Tell me how that your friend will identify you. How that friend, huh? No phone. No phone on those days. Tell me. Shouting. Abe, haule. Huh? Are mama. Next. Like, huh? Nickname. Are something. Okay. Nickname. Hand raise. Vessel. What do you do with the vessel? You will do dumpy. Okay. Dress color. So, Nana, in theater, so in theater, it's a very big theater. It's a very big theater. Inside that, you have so many people are there. Inside that, so many people. But you need to identify your friend who is sitting inside the theater. Is it possible for you to identify? No. Because it's very dark and so many people will be there. And the person who is sitting inside the theater can recognize you. Opposite side? Yes. He'll say that he'll get up and then he'll shout or he'll caps. Are what? Dash. Right? Here, this way. Are goododa, this way. Right? So we say we'll talk about so many things, right? So now similarly, imagine this is .com, like a theater. This is .com. No, this is .com. Tell me in .com, how many websites will be there? How many websites will be there? Infinite, no? Millions of websites. Millions of websites will be there, right? Tell me a few websites, names. Amazon.com. Facebook.com. Yeah. Yahoo. .com. Okay. Yahoo.com. ISRO.com. Naresh80.com. W3schools.com. Learning person. Meesho. What is Meesho? This one nowadays. All girls are on it. Twitter. Now it is changed, no name. ICICI. Okay. ICICI. Anyone know the full form of ICICI? Who cares? Okay, let's say. So I can Shadi.com. Okay. Okay. Hope you will get soon, Shadi. Nitish bhai. Okay, so fine. So I understand how desperate you guys are. So inside this, we have Google.com also. Yes or no? Inside this .com, we have Google.com also. Like how many millions of websites? Similar like this, we have Google.com. Now, who is requesting Google.com? Sunil. This is Sunil's request. Sunil's request is coming from his laptop. First, it'll go. Right? So here, first Sunil request will talk to whom, Nana? Local DNS. After that, he'll talk to RNS. Very good. After that, he'll talk to RNS. Then he'll go to top level domain. Which is a top level domain? .com. Now, the request came here and got stuck. Yes or no? A request will say, "Arey baapre, kitna bada .com domain. How many websites are there? Inside this big .com, inside this so many millions of websites, how do I identify google.com? Possible? There should be now, ulta should come, no? Ulta should come. So google.com should raise hands from .com, say that, "Arey wo request, Sunil's request, come here, this way, here, idhar aa jao." So who is the guy who will be waving this hand? And guys, there is a separate server called name server. What is this, Nana? Name server of Google. Every domain will have a name server. Every domain will have a name server. Google.com, name server. Yahoo.com, name server. Flipkart.com, name server. Facebook.com, name server. Every website will have the name server. So this name server will raise the hand and say, "I hope Sunil's request, come here, come here." So now the request will directly go to where? Name server. So now you tell me, based on this, from top level domain, the request will go to where now? Name server. Fantastic. Request go to name server. Now, from name server, the request will go to something called SOA. What is that? Start of authority. What is that? Louder. What is that? Start of authority. So, name server meaning, can I say which identify the domain? Which identify the domain name. That is a name server. What is name server? Which identify the domain name. So, Nana, from name server, the request has went to SOA. This is the guy who has the IP address. Who has IP address? SOA. Who has IP address? SOA. So if you think .com is a house, name server is like a husband. SOA is like a wife. Who has the keys? Who has the keys? SOA only, no? Instead of saying wife, you are saying intelligent. Why? Okay, SOA. So who has the keys? SOA. So SOA has the IP address. He is the owner of that name domain. He is the owner. SOA is the owner. So who has entire information? SOA. Who has the IP address? SOA. Nana, till what is the full form of SOA? Start of authority. What is that? Start of authority. So now we got the IP address now. So finally we got the IP address. SOA will send back here and it will come back here because we are requesting for the IP address only, no? And here it will come here and finally it will come to the browser. Nana, till now we got the IP address only, not Google page. Not Google page. Till now what we got? Only IP address. Because Google required two things. What are those? Host name, IP address. Host name we are giving. This is the entire journey went for to get only the IP address of Google. Did we got the Google page now? No. So now you tell me Google page will be in which company? Google company. Yahoo page will be in which company? Yahoo company. Flipkart page will be in which company? Flipkart company. Similarly here, we need to access Google page. So Google page will be in which company? Google company. So now let's chalo Google. Let's chalo Google. Assume this is the Google company. Okay. So now the request has to go to whom? Google company. I'll tell you one thing. So if you want to go and meet your friend in some apartment, friend meaning any kind of friend, your wish. Huh? If you are going to the apartment, tell me who is the guy who will stop you first? Huh? His father, her father. No, before that only. Before that only, before that only. What is that? Watchman. What is that? Watchman. Okay. So watchman. So watchman will stop you first. Yes or no? And what is the first question that he'll ask? Who are you? Who are you? Where are you going? To whom you want to meet? Which flat number? You see the questions, right? You see the questions. And then whom you want to meet. So guys, let's say for example, I am there. Don't worry. Huh? In apartment, let's say 201 room. In 201 flat, I am there. So let's say, forgot your name, Asif. Asif, right? So Asif, I'll tell to my security. I'll tell to my security that, Arey, security bhai, if Asif is coming, send inside. Send inside. And let's say, if Gopi is coming, for example, if Gopi is coming, I'll say, don't allow Gopi. So can I put rules to the security guy? Can I set a rules to the security guy? Whichever is required, he will allow. Whichever is not required, he will deny. Allow, deny. Say that words. Allow, deny. Allow, deny. So whichever is required, he will allow. Whichever is not required, he will deny. So guys, if you want to go and meet a security, if you want to go and meet a small person in apartment, there are so many steps are there. So now your request is going to Google. Like this. It is going to the Google. Tell me, there should be someone who should stop that request, no? Can any request will go to Google company? No. So there is a guy who will stopping that, and that guy name is called firewall. What is this called? So the Google guy has what? Firewall. So don't think firewall meaning, sir, I went to Google company nearly in Hyderabad. So you said firewall, there is no fire on the wall, outside compound wall. No, it is not a physical firewall. So it is a software firewall where outside all the requests will go and hit whom first? Firewall. So now Google company, Google engineer, what he'll do is, Nana, tell me this. You open the browser and you type google.com. No, what is there before google.com? www. Instead of that, you put one more thing. At least you know that, right? Don't worry about what is HTTP. Sachbara, not that. So HTTP, we'll put HTTP or HTTPS. Yes or no? Which one is secure? HTTP, yes, is secure. So don't worry. Who don't know about what is this HTTP, HTTPS called? Protocol. What is it called? Don't worry. If you don't know the protocol, we'll talk on the protocol section. I'll talk about that also. Okay. So assume for now, HTTP or HTTPS. Which one is secure? HTTPS is secure. So now, tell me, Google firewall should allow HTTP or HTTPS? HTTP, yes, because yes is secure. Google firewall will allow HTTP. HTTP will not be allowed because HTTP is not secure. HTTPS is secure. So now here, can a Google company guy can create a rule here? Babu, what this firewall will do? It will allow or it will deny. Allow, deny. So can I say that here, anyone who is coming with HTTP, don't allow. Anyone who is coming with HTTPS, allow. Can we do like this? Now, we'll talk why not secure and all. We'll talk about the protocols later. Okay. For now, you need to remember. No, at least you need to remember this. Yeah. See here. You need to remember this. We'll talk on the protocols later, but remember this. Tell me, what is the port number of HTTP? You know this? If you don't know all these things, then how do you do all? Huh? Thank God. You should thank me that I'm starting everything from scratch. Yes or no? Yes or no? Right? Very good. So the port number for HTTP is what, Nana? 80. Tell me, what is the HTTP port number? 80. HTTPS port number is 443. Which one? Not 143. What is that? 443. Okay. Next, There is a protocol called SSH. Port number is 22. And next one is RDP. Port number is 3389. So at least you remember this four, Nana. You tell me, HTTP is secure or not secure? Not secure. Not secure connection to website. HTTPS? Yes. Secure connection to website. SSH, see. Secure shell. What is SSH? Remember this. If you want to connect to the Linux machines, which machines? If you want to connect to the Linux machines, what is the protocol that you use? SSH. Nana, see here. If you want to connect to the Windows machine, what is the protocol that you should use? RDP. Which one? RDP. HTTP, HTTPS will be used for the accessing websites. Accessing website. SSH to RDP is used to connect to the machines. Now tell me here, what is the port number of HTTP? 80. What is the port number of HTTP? Yes, sir. 440. What is the port number of SSH? 22. What is the port number of RDP? 3389. Tell me this. If I want to connect to the Windows machines, what is the protocol that I should use? RDP. If I want to connect to the Linux machines, what is the protocol I should use? SSH. If I want to connect to any website securely, what is the protocol? HTTP? Yes. If I want to connect to a website which is not secure, these are the interview questions. Okay. RDP full form is Remote Desktop Protocol. What is that? Remote Desktop Connect to Linux machines. Connect to Windows machines. SSH Secure Shell. RDP Remote Desktop Protocol. Mac will come under Linux only. Ibrahim. Nana, do you understand this? Okay, na? Slowly. We'll go slowly. Okay. So now, so that is little bit off track. Okay, see here now. Did you see here? So now from the browser, now browser got IP address and browser got the host name. Yes or no? Browser got IP address also and browser got the host name also. Now the request is need to go to which company? Google company. So request is, now you tell me the request in the network will go in which format? In the form of data packets. What is that? Biryani packets. Data packets. Which one? Data packet. What does a data packet contain? Information, no? From where it is coming, where it is going. So these are all called packets. What packets, sir? Data packets. So now, see here. You are accessing google.com and request is going, la 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 la, it is going, Aram say it is happily going. And all of a sudden, a big guy will come and stand in front of that. Who is that guy? Firewall. And he'll say, hey, hold on. Packet will get stopped. Open the packet. Packet will get open. And firewall will see, you are coming HTTP, HTTPS. If it is HTTP, the packet will go inside? No, because the rule, what we have rule? Rule we have allowed only HTTPS. If your packet is HTTPS, then only it will allow inside to the firewall. You understand? So now, assume that now it has entered the firewall. The request has entered the firewall. See. Okay, good. Request has entered the firewall. See now. You understand till here? Now, what is firewall? So I'll write the definition of firewall. Very simple. See here. Firewall meaning, see, which stop unauthorized access to the network. What is that? Say that. Show the hand. Which stop unauthorized access to the network. What again? Which stop unauthorized access to the network. So what the firewall will do? Which stop unauthorized access to the network. Getting it? So that is firewall. So firewall here, which stops unauthorized access to the network. So firewall will allow and or also firewall will deny. It will allow, it will deny. Super. Okay. See here, Nana. Now the request has passed the firewall or not? Now request has passed the firewall. Yes, the request has passed the firewall. Now, who will be there after the firewall? As per our 3-tier architecture, yesterday we learned, which is the first guy who will hit first? Web server. Which one? You tell me, Nana, Chiti, you tell me, there will be only one web server in Google. There will be only one web server. No, there will be multiple web servers. Yes or no? Is it possible to have only one web server? No. After web server, it will go to the after web server. Where does it go? Application server. Fantastic. Where does it go? App server. After app server, where does it go? Database server. That's fine. Now, tell me, the request is here. Web server. Web server. How many web servers are there now at the moment? Because I don't have space. That's the reason why I put only 3. Now tell me, request came here and request came here and he saw. How many are there? 3 are there. Areva. Do I need to go to firsta, second, third? Huh? Yes or no? The request should go to first, second, or third. Which one? Request will get confused or not? Logic. Request will confuse or not? For this, we need to know a very, very important topic. Let's talk about that here. Very simple. Okay, now, for example, I need one more person. Tell me your name. From CCC, there, backside. Rakesh Master? Rakesh, okay. So we have Rakesh. Sorry for this cough. So what Rakesh did was, we have Rakesh here, client. Rakesh said to me, Riyaz sir, I want a website. Can you please help me to deploy one website? Give me the URL. I want to access it. He has his company. What I did was, I said, sure, Rakesh. What I did, I went and set up a server here. I set up a server and I put an application inside it. Listen this carefully. Now, every server will have the IP address or not? 192.168.10.20. Example. This is the IP address. Example IP address. So now I have set up the application. I want to give the URL to Rakesh. How do I give the URL? Like this. http:// this IP address /index.html. This is the website. You tell me. Is this the right way to give the IP address, to give the URL? You are the customer. You are the customer. You want to access the website. Is it good for you looking good to access the website using that URL? No. You need to have something called rakesh.com like this. Is it good to have the IP address like this? No. What he said that Rakesh said, no problem, sir. You are my Riyaz, sir. So you gave, I'll access, sir. No problem. So he started accessing it. After one day, it stopped working. After one day, it stopped working. Then Rakesh called me, said, Riyaz, sir, the URL is not working. When I went and see, the server is down. The server is down. Then I said, "Arre, re, re, server is down." Huh? So this time what I did was I went and set up 2 more servers. So here server and 1 more server. Total how many servers? 3 servers I set up. 3 server. Application. Application. Nana, IP address will be same or different? Whatever we learn, you need to implement. IP address is unique, always unique. So it will be different. 192.168.10.21. This one, 192.168.10.22. So now I gave these URLs to Rakesh like this. 21, 22. This time I said, Rakesh, if you want to access your website, take 3 URLs. Is that good? Just imagine, which is your favorite website? Tell me, which is your favorite website that you everyday access? Insta is okay. So Instagram. So if the Instagram guy said, hey, don't use Instagram.com, use 3 URLs with IP address like this. Are you interested? No, right? So you are not, because it is not user friendly. It is not that too to access one website. How many URLs are there? 3 URLs. Is that good? No, it's not good, right? You need to have nicely one URL. Facebook, if I want to access Facebook, facebook.com, that's it. If Facebook wants to give http://192.168/facebook.com, are you interested to access all these things? No. So Rakesh need, sir, I don't want these three different IP addresses, URLs. I need something called like this, rakesh.com, simple. To have this, I'm presenting an important guy in our course. And that guy name is load balancer. What is that? Louder. That is a powerful guy in our course. What is that? Load balancer. What is that? Load balancer. What is that? Load balancer. Nana, name clearly says load balancer. What it is balancing? Load. What is balancing? Load. So now I created a load balancer. When I create a load balancer, see here, when I create a load balancer, this is a load balancer. When I create a load balancer, it gives a nice DNS name. I can give a nice DNS name like rakesh.com. But okay, now everyone will go and hit the load balancer only or not? Everyone will hit the load balancer. If someone type rakesh.com, the request will go to whom? Load balancer first. Now load balancer will send the traffic to whom? Up on these 3. Load balancer will send the traffic like this. It balances the load between the servers. First request will go to first server. Second request will go to second server. Third request will go to third server. Fourth request will go to, where is fourth server? Where it will go to first server. Fifth request will go to second. Sixth request will go to third. What is this called? Round robin method. What method is this? Round robin method. 1, 2, 3. Again 1, 2, 3. Again 1, 2, 3. So how many servers are there? The request will be equally distributed. The request is equally distributed. So what is load balance? Can we say that which distribute the traffic across multiple servers? Can we say that? If someone asks you what is load balancer, can we say which distribute the traffic across multiple servers? What is the method that it is following? Round robin method. So if someone say load balancer, what is the definition of load balancer? Say with me, which distribute the traffic across multiple servers. Biswajit, we need to talk on that later. One by one we'll go. Other people will get confused. Please understand. We'll talk on that definitely. So, Nana, what is load balancer? Everyone say this. Which distribute the traffic across multiple servers. Again. Which distribute the traffic across multiple servers is called the load balancer. What is the method that it is following? Round robin method. So all the requests will hit load balancer, all the servers will hit application server. Load balancer. Is it good your request will hit application server? Is that good? No. I'll have multiple. If first one goes down, I have second one. If second one goes down, third one. So that is the reason why we keep multiple servers in the backend. Now you tell me, based on this, who should be there here? Excellent. Who should be there? Load balancer should be there. Load balancer. In shortcut, can I call it as LB? LB. Load balancer. Here I call it as LB. So load balancer will distribute the traffic to multiple servers like this. And then this is the app server. This is the app server. This app server. And what is this? Yes, this is the DB server. DB server, DB server, DB server. Okay, so see here, where is my Google page? In the Google page. Google page is in our which server? Application server. So application server will give the Google page. It will get the data from the database from, okay, see here. So where is our Google page? In the application server. So from so the data will be get from the DB server. From DB server, the request will go to app server. From app server, the request will go back to web server. Web server to load balancer. Load balance to firewall. And firewall to finally to the browser. Now the browser will get the Google page. Amma, relaxed, huh? You see, this much is happening in the backend to load one small website. So this can be Google website also, or this can be your own website also. So this is the logic behind all these things. Is it important to know all these things or not? Now tell me, guys, Titi, tell me. Now, till before this class, if you open the browser and type google.com, what if the google.com is not coming? What you'll say? The website, the Google page is not coming. Now, as you know the technical behind it, if your friends say, Ray, Google is not coming, Mama, now you should say, let it be, Ray. It might be at the firewall level. It might be at the load balancer level. It might be at the web server level. That might not be responding properly because now you know technical. Now you know technical. Now also tell me, whenever in your laptop you hit something, to whom it will reach faster? Before firewall. So to whom it will reach faster? DNS it will reach. Which one? DNS. So in your laptop, let's say for example, in your home, you have internet, no? Which one? Acta, Airtel, Jio, na? Whichever it is. So you have your Jio, whichever it is. So all of a sudden internet is not working. What will you do? Will you hit the laptop? Hello, get up. What will you do? So how do you know the internet is not working? So you open the browser and you type google.com. If Google is not coming, internet is not coming. So simply what you do, so guys, your internet will talk to whom first? DNS. If the DNS is not reachable, your internet is not working. So every laptop will have the DNS. Okay, now tell me one thing. Forget about firewall, all these things. They're all authentication purpose. Whenever you hit some website, to whom it will hit first? Load balancer. Fantastic. Yeah. What is that? To whom it will hit first? Load balancer. So firewalls, the checks will happen. Check posts all are done. But who will hit faster? Load balancer. So my load balancer is nothing but my website only. Let's take you Facebook. So we have in application server, we have Facebook. If I access load balancer also, can I get Facebook? Yes. Do you want to see should we do some small trick here now? Should we do small trick? No. If you want to know the IP address of any website, I'll tell you one command. And by the way, this load balancer definition, we need to put it here. Okay. So there is a command. If you want to know is it possible for us to know the IP address of any website? No. So there is a command called nslookup. What is that, Nana? Louder. One more time. nslookup. So nslookup, using this nslookup, you can find the IP address. Let's see. See here. I open command prompt. Where, Nana? Command prompt. I open command prompt and I type nslookup. Okay, see here. Okay, see. Now I want to know the Facebook's IP address. Facebook.com. Put it. Do you see the IP address of Facebook? Do you see the IP? Who is giving all these details? DNS. Who is giving all these details? DNS. If I give IP address, it is giving the host name. It is giving the host name, yes or no? Now you tell me, we know Facebook.com, but it is giving something, edge star mini shave 02 Facebook.com, something. Tell me, what is that? What is that? To whom it will hit first? Load balancer. So this is a Facebook load balancer. This is a Facebook load. So if I copy this, my Facebook will work with this. With this, I'll show you. Open it, put it here, put it here. Generally, what is the URL for Facebook? Facebook.com. If you put anything else, Facebook will work. It will not work. But I'm putting directly the load balancer URL. Will it work or not? It will work. See, this is a different URL. When I type, boom. See, got the Facebook. So what are we hitting here? Based on this, we are hitting what? Load balancer. Your application servers are exposed to the internet? No. Guys, Facebook application server is exposed to the internet? No. Which will be exposed to the internet? Load balancer is exposed to the internet. Load balancer, web server, everything is same. Load balancer, web server, everything. But differences we'll see when we go later. Do you all understood till here? Okay. See guys, tell me, come with me. So browser require two things. What are those? IP address and the host name. What is the thing that we are providing? Host name. What is the host name that we are providing? Google.com. Do you know the IP address of Google.com? No. Who is the guy who will be remembering the IP address? DNS. So what is DNS? Domain name server. So what is domain name server? It keeps tracks of all host names and then IP address. It will convert also IP to host, host to IP. Okay, good. So from browser, the request will go to whom? Local DNS. Where will go? Local DNS. From the local DNS, the request will go to, look at me and say, which one? RNS. What is the full form of RNS? What the RNS will do? It will identify whether it is going to .com or .org or .edu. Then the request from RNS, the request will go to top level domain. What is the top level domain that Sunil is requesting? .com. .com is a small domain or big domain. So in that big domain, we have an unlimited number of websites. So how do we find out google.com? Who is the guy who will be raising the hand? Name server. Who is the guy? Name server. From the name server, the request will go to SOA. What is the full form of SOA? Start of authority. Who has the IP address? Start of authority itself. So all the IP address will come to the browser. Now browser has IP address and the host name. So now the browser will go to which company? Google company. Who is the guy who will stop you first? What is firewall? Which stops unauthorized access to the network. So now what the firewall will do? It will allow or it will deny. Allow or it will deny. So now the request from, okay, let's assume that firewall has passed the request. So the firewall, the request will go to where? Load balancer. What is load balancer? Which distribute the traffic to across multiple servers. Again, which distribute the traffic across multiple servers. From the load balancer, the request will go to web server. From the web server, the request will go to app server. From app server, the request will go to database server. From database server, the request will back come to application server. Application server to web server to load balancer to firewall to browser. Clear? Understood this topic? Interesting? Excellent. Now tell me, experienced people out there, offline or online, isn't it definitely required to know all these things or not? 100% yes. And also experienced people, this is also new for you or not? Yes. Or if it is not new, it is really a refreshing things to know this. So without this, you cannot move further. Now you understand, Nana? We'll go step by step. And whatever we are learning, we need to learn based with the logic. Logic is important. Without logic, you cannot do anything. Clear? Super. Any questions? RTNS? No, it's not a physical service. It's not only one. There will, Nana, all these things, see here. This root name server, top level domains will be handled by ISP provider, not us. Who is ISP provider? Internet service, your Jio, Airtel, Act, all these people handle all these things. What that packets? What is this packet? Data packets. So all the data packets will go through the network. Okay, so SOA contain IP of load balancer, Google, for example. Yes, correct. Nidhi, correct. Sir, if HTTP, where it will go? It will not go, it will drop. Your website will work? It will not work, simple. Someone hackers can easily hack our devices with IP. Is that true, sir? So there is a very big topic there, Shivaragman, that we'll be learning in coming days. Can you please explain again about NS lookup? Guys, don't leave the class until I say, please. Okay. So can you explain once again? NS lookup. What is NS lookup, Nana? If you want to know the IP address of any website, what is the command that you use? NS lookup. Write down that. So, sir, DNS will decide where. So, guys, local DNS, root name server, top level domain, name server, SOA, all are DNSs only. Every entire concept all DNSs only. Okay. Priya Verma, whatever is required for solution architect, that will be covered. If firewall is corrupted, whether HTTP will pass or not, there is no chance firewall will get corrupted. So because that is a security, no? You have a very big apartment. If you, okay, it is possible to corrupt the security there, but here it is not possible. It is software, you cannot, not possible to. Load balancer has DNS. Load balance, DNS has the information about load balancer, Pawan. If in case we have only one application server, then LB not required. In that case, SOL contain IP address, it contains web server address. It is not, Nidhi. As per the best practice, we need to have a load balancer. So in coming days, we will be talking about something called high availability. There, Nana, is it good to have only one server? What pusuk if that goes down? Your website is down. For that reason, you need to have multiple servers. If you have multiple servers, request will go to which server? First or second or third? We don't know. Who should be, we should put what? Load balancer. So we will hit load balancer. Load balancer will decide to which server it should go. Using which method? Round robin method. Very good. Where RNS ISP provider? Sir, if we set up our website, where do we set up DNS entries for our website for the client to access? Guys, all these things that will go one by one slowly. Okay? One by, not everything. Is it possible to eat jumbo biryani in one shot? It is yummy. Good. You understand, you guys are very excited to learn all these topics, but slowly get habituated. Huh? So I'll go very slowly, one by one. Okay? So step by step, we'll go. Right? As I said yesterday, do you jump directly to the 10th step? No, step by step, we need to go. Okay? Excellent. So, yes, demo classes videos are available. Srikanth sir, if you're available, can you please put the recording links again, or if anyone has. So those who are new, Nana, here offline, there are a few people, couple of people, right? So if you need the yesterday's recording, in the bottom, we have Rajesh sir is there, right? Ask them, he will share the videos to you, okay? How many months duration of the course? How many days? 55 to 60 days. Monday to Saturday. Saturday will sometimes optional, okay? But Monday to Friday, 100%. Saturday also will be there, but depends, okay? Timing, same timing, 9 to 10:30. Morning 9 to 10:30. 10:30 or 10:15, depend on the topic. Because I understand we have working people, 10:15. So I'll try to complete by 10:15 every day or 10:20 so that they can attend some scrum calls or their status meetings. Fees, you will get to know. Any other questions that I can help you with? We get certificate after completed. Yes, you will get certificate from Naresh IT that you have completed AWS training. But your aim should be certificate from where? AWS. Very good. Is it possible to join classes in afternoon batch? Riyaz sir is only one Riyaz sir. There is no, I am not taking in afternoon. So guys, I'm telling you, my classes, there are so many people here also in online waiting for so many months to join. Let me ask that question here. Simple question. Online, anyone can you tell me since how many months you're waiting for my classes? See, 3 months. Oh, this guy 1 year, 2 months, 6 months. See, so don't miss my classes. So why people are waiting for the classes? It's worth to join my classes. You will get super things in my class. Okay. So because the good thing is, you need to remember, it is my job to inject in your brains. Okay. So did God injected today? Don't do revision. Let's tomorrow I'll ask the same questions, see whether you're able to answer or not. Okay. So, and also guys, your admin is Mr. Srikanth. So do you have his number there? He just messaged. So that is a WhatsApp. And if you have any non-technical queries like fees details, etc., you can check with that number. And also very important thing is, Nana, we'll be doing lots of hands-on and practicals slowly, one by one. And also here offline people, we have a lab in 3rd floor. In 3rd floor, we have a lab. So you have a dedicated, Vikram, I'll handle, hold on 1 second. So we have dedicated mentors for you, AWS mentors. So just in case if you have any questions or any kind of questions in practicals, if you're not able to do it, if you want any help, our mentors are there for you to readily help. Of course, I'm there. When I teach something, there is no option that you will get doubt. Everything will get clarified. Just in case if you still need more, we have mentors. For online students, every day 2 to 4 online Zoom call will be conducted for the doubts. Shraddha, this for you and for everyone. Sir, next week my sister marriage, not possible to attend. How can I get the class? All the best for your sister's marriage. So hope we also come, but we cannot. Vikram, so what you can do is attend it. You can get the recordings from the admin. And sir, can you please write some notes below the topics it is used for? Oh my God, how much I'm writing here. So guys, if you follow my paints, that is more than sufficient. By the way, I'll be giving you all the notes, notes meaning a PDF, PPTs, everything I'll share. But I'm telling you, my paints will speak more than my PDFs or materials. You don't get anywhere this kind of paints. If you see anywhere in YouTube, that is my copy only. Tell me, I'll put a case on them. Okay, so it is copyrights. Okay, very good. So I already took 4 minutes extra, and I'll be taking all your questions every day also. And tomorrow, we have another beautiful topic coming in. Okay, don't miss the class, because Nana, I'm telling you, please don't miss the classes. So please be very serious for next 2 months, that meaning this 55 to 60 days. I'm telling you, please be serious, because this is your career. Have this knowledge, keep this technology in your pocket, and you can play with the market. I'm telling you. But first step is, don't think about anything else. First step is learn. There is someone, no, some girl will say, Chadukondi mundara. Chadukondi first. Right? So first you need to learn the topic, learn the subject. Later think about rest of the things. Okay, Nana? Good. What about the labs? Lab online students, you will every day 2 to 4, you have online session. Where we will get the recording? Tomorrow you will get it. Don't worry. Including today's recording. Okay? Super. Can you give me the final CC for today, please? CC with smile. Padma, you will get 2 to 4 online is there. We'll talk on that, everyone. Excellent. Super. Girish will talk on that. Not Ashok Babu, not required at all. Just go with AWS. Very good. So that is all, guys, for today. And I'll see you tomorrow with the next beautiful topic. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Have a nice day and see you tomorrow. Guys, tomorrow class is same time, 9 to 10:30. Okay? Not 2 to 4. It's tomorrow same time, 9 o'clock sharp. Please be online. Okay? Thank you very much, guys. See you tomorrow with a beautiful topic. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.